Hello guys, so today I'm going to take my Tesla Model 3 for a 500 kilometer road trip. We will go from Stockholm to Örebro and back, and I will try to use Autopilot as much as possible on the way, and yeah, we will see how that goes, and we will also see how many times we will have to charge the car, and how much extra time this will add to our trip. The trip is expected to take 6 hours in total, and it's one way it's 243 kilometers, and back we will take another route, and yeah, so we have almost full battery now, 372 kilometers left, which is like 80% of the battery. So yeah, let's see how that goes. It's expected that we will have 12% of battery left when we arrive at the destination, and as we can see, there is only on this route we have only this supercharger here available, and it's actually detour which we have to take to get to that charger. So we will stop at that charger and charge the car to some, let's say, yeah, because it's in the middle. So yeah, we will stop, we will take this charger and we will charge the car, and then we will continue to the destination, and then back I guess we will take another charging stop. Like if we will go to the final destination, we will have only 12% left, which is like we will have I will have range anxiety to get to the charger back there. So I will change the destination direct to that charger. Now it says we will have 31% left and we will arrive to that. Okay, yeah. So I will drive a little bit faster, as much as this will be possible. So I guess it will be actually 20% left. When we get there. The Autopilot is available only when the grey steering wheel icon appears here. The Autopilot is engaged by double-clicking on the gear switch. The Autopilot can be engaged only together with the adaptive cruise control. Both cruise control and steering wheel icons appear blue when the Autopilot is engaged. The Autopilot speed is adjusted by scrolling this button right here. The Autopilot disengages when the steering force is applied on the steering wheel. The adaptive cruise control distance with the car in front of you is adjusted by pushing the same button sideways. The Autopilot is also disengaged when the brake pedal is pressed. Yes, so now the Autopilot is engaged. You can see that the steering wheel and the speedometer is blue, so that means both of them are engaged. And they are grey. They are not engaged. They are just steering wheel in grey color. That means you can engage that the car is ready for Autopilot. And when it's blue, then the autopilot is engaged and the car is steering itself. Now the car is steering itself. I'm just holding the steering wheel, not steering. The car is asking to confirm the driver is present behind the steering wheel every 60 seconds. Confirmation is done by applying slight steering force on the steering wheel. The driver should hold the steering wheel at any times. The car mostly will manage by itself, but when there are sharper curves, I have to be ready to take over, because the car sometimes doesn't reduce the speed to be able to handle the curve. We will see that possibly on the way. Has always been difficult. And now we are at 80 kilometers per hour, so it will manage. Just if we would go faster, then I would have to take over. Now it's so you can see that it's driving a little bit slightly on the it doesn't maintain the middle of the line. It goes like slightly left or right, whenever like it doesn't adapt exactly to the curve. And now this one be difficult. You have to be so big. Now it disengaged. Now I took over. Just because it was too fast. If I would go 80 kilometers per hour, it would have managed, but it was too fast for a car to handle that curve, so we had to take over. Usually the car reduces the speed on its own ahead of sharp curves. But in this location, the curvature was temporary due to ongoing construction. Whenever there is an area where is ongoing road construction and misaligned lines, the driver has to be ready to take over control of the car. Only when the car in front of us will completely take the line, and the car will say that the line is free and the maximum speed Autopilot is doing is 150. So you see, we are doing 139. The car is maintaining the speed considering the distance in the car in front of us. 100 kilometers per hour, you consume a lot more energy than now. It says 180 watts per hour, watts per kilowatt hour per kilometer, which is still really good. Like, there are EVs which consume like at least 40% more they drive than speed. So yeah, now the car is driving itself at 150 kilometers per hour. This is maximum speed. You cannot drive faster. Let's see what happens if I... Okay, she this. If I drive over 150. I cannot engage. So yeah, if I drive over 150, she will disengage, and I have to stop the car to be able to engage the autopilot again. I will do short stop, like somewhere. So now it's now we can engage the autopilot again. Yeah, I break it so hard that the emergency, I can talk with him, I'm in an emergency. So now this is 150, and it's the maximum speed for the autopilot. Yeah, and as you see, you should not exceed that. As soon as you exceed, the autopilot will disengage. So yeah, now you can see that energy consumption has gone up, and that acceleration seemed a lot. Now it's going down again. Yeah, and this is the actual range predicted, which is 230, not 299. 299 would be like in perfect conditions. The actual environment, according to actual driving style, the range is 230. The car is doing 150 by itself. It's very comfy. And it's adapting the speed to the cars in front. So it's really convenient. Well, it is engaged. You can still press the accelerator and the car will drive faster than the speed you have set in the autopilot. But yeah, as you saw, if you go over 150, you disengage the autopilot, and you have to stop and park, put the car in park mode, and start driving again to be able to engage the autopilot again. The same happens when you forgot, not forgot, you should not be forgetting to hold the steering wheel, but when you are not confirming with the slight turning pressure your presence behind the steering wheel, and when the car disengages the autopilot, it won't let you engage the autopilot again until you stop the car and put in the park mode and start driving again. Yeah, so consumption is still going up, 211 as average, and the range is falling. Now we are going against the hill. Like this speed is consuming a lot of electricity. Yeah. Destination for a supercharger. The car is preconditioning the battery for fast charging, even if it's a bit too early. Okay, and that consumes energy as well. Like if you drive in colder weather, you can feel that the battery there is more consumption when this happens. And now the consumption is 240 watt-hours per kilometer. This is like a 40% increase in consumption, where what it's normally you get like this number stays around 170, 180 watt-hours per kilometer. Now, since we are driving so fast, the battery is consuming a lot more electricity. So yeah. And 250 is the average now. That's a lot. On Tesla, this is a lot. But it's just because we are driving so fast. And if we would do 100, it would stay around 200 watt-hours per kilometer. Now you can see that there is this black dark line on the road. And still the car doesn't have any problems to it. Yeah, you'll see the car is consuming a lot of electricity now. When we drive so fast, 265 now on average. This is a lot, like almost double than it would do normally. Yeah, this is how the car recognizes the small objects, like small fences and stuff like that. Like, it doesn't go easy for her at this speed, because I see that you can see that she's missing some of them. Okay, now it's averaged out at 260. Yeah, we can say if you drive at 150, the average consumption will be 158 watt-hours per kilometer, which is like a lot more than optimal range and optimal consumption. It consumes a lot of electricity to drive fast, Tesla. Like a lot more than normal driving. 157. Now let's see. Okay, I will drop the speed. And I will let her change the line by herself. And she did it. Like she will always, like when it's in Autopilot and she has to change the line by herself, like when they are merging, she will always take the longest route. Like she won't do it early. Normally, when you see that there is these merging lines, you need to see how sharp the curve is. If it's really sharp, like you should be really careful. But if it's like slight, like this one before, you can let the Autopilot do it by itself. Merging the line from the post. This one is also slight, so I will let it calculate myself. We would end up being two cars in the merging line. Because there was some object on the road. So this is 9 kilometer detour that we have to take because there is no way that we can manage the road trip, and we would have even range anxiety to get to the next. Let's see if we do the navigation quickly. Like we would have 4% left, and then there is a supercharger. which would be like to get to Supercharger we would have, yeah, so the car even is suggesting to take this Supercharger which we have on the way. It doesn't like, yeah, so it doesn't recommend me to take the if I remove charging stops, then it's, yeah, so it says now that we have to stay below 110 kilometers to reach the destination. So that is like, I prefer not to do this because like it's, if you do something like slightly wrong, then you will like end up being out of. But I will charge longer. I will charge to like 300 kilometers. We will use the maximum speed, and when the speed will decrease, we will disconnect the charger and continue the trip. Then on the way back, I will take the same charger and charge again to 300 kilometers. And then we will do another charging. Like it will be 3 charging stops. Okay, we can try to give the car a chance to do this by herself. You drove on the line. So it will take 35 minutes to charge to 90%, but I will set the limit a little bit lower. I will set to 70%, and that will take 20 minutes. So we will do 20-minute charge. The speed is good, 137 kilowatts. At this point I adjusted the charge level to 80%, and then I disconnected the charger at 340 kilometers and continued on the trip. The first charging session costed 117 crowns and it took 20 minutes. So when we will reach the destination, we will have 47% left. And the round trip will take 70%. So we will have 70% of the battery left. So I guess it will be like, I would say it will be like 10% left. speed to reach the charger. If you want to charge it the same. Like rougher conditions. You can still say that Autopilot has done well. My tires are not right, so I'm trying to get that. I wanted to do it by myself. The overtake this time because we will simply yeah, we drive on the line again. We draw the line again a little bit. Yeah, so actually we are going like how far it was from this Orebro place, like 60 kilometers further from Orebro. Recognize the line since there are no line markings yet. She will just stop in front of the car, which so now the car will stop by itself. You can see we have the brake pedal is moving and the car is braking. Recognize the traffic lights as well. The car the car will brake as long as there is like even the car is like moving, leaving the line. The car will wait until it leaves completely before it starts to accelerate again. Have 13% starting the trip back. 32%, which is good. It will be enough. Now it's restricted to go. See this first time. Okay, 70 and 90. It's like during certain hours of the day, there was a different speed limit, I guess. Now some of the cars have the speed limit much longer. Now this road is difficult for Tesla because the right side line is not very well visible. Destination which we click for, and then we are going to go back to Stockholm. Now we are heading back to Stockholm. We will take again stop at Arborga Supercharger. DLC. Wait, let's see if we can get to the other one, which is over. No, we cannot. If we go, yeah, so it just says that charging needed to reach the destination. So we won't try this. We will go straight to the first charge, which is on the right. This would be nice, still would manage to do its job. So let's see how much we need. If we go to salt and tuna, salt and tuna from here is but it's not calculating. $142 kilometers. And now it's battery life. No battery left. So we will wait. Okay, now this is cool. It shows time remaining to continue trip. So it's we need to charge at least for 15 minutes to continue the trip. Nice. So we will just we'll charge for 15-20 minutes and then we will continue on the trip to the destination. While the car was charging, I got the lunch, and there was also someone who was ready to help me with the lunch. This charging session took 33 minutes and it costed 191.7 crowns. So now we have enough battery to continue on the trip. We actually have a lot more because I took the break a bit longer than it was needed. Obstacle impact. Okay. First time I see this notification. So yeah, about the charging is when you take longer trips, you want to use only like to charge the battery up until like 60-70%, because as soon as you start to charge over 70%, it takes longer to charge. So the most efficient charging speed you get from 0 to 60%, 60-70%. Yeah, so these matching places you have to take over. It's because the car managed to change the line safely. There are no lines which they still recognize, like where is your line? The lines are invisible. You can see that they start playing on the screen like that. But okay, there are dots, so it's slightly visible. Like when you are on payments like that, you should always be very careful and ready to take over at any moment, because when the lines are not visible, the car is just guessing the road. Like this here also is like, it's not perfect condition for Tesla's Autopilot. Since it goes so close to the line, these obstacles, so I will not let the car go. Like I cannot let the car drive itself. So here the car performed automatic braking, because the car was in cruise control. I was pushing on the accelerator and the car wanted to maintain the distance with the car in front of us. For that reason the car braked itself, and I pressed on the brake pedal in order to disengage the cruise control. But the car will not let you to disengage the cruise control if the brake pedal is already pressed. For this reason I had to press the brake pedal 2 times. So this averaged out on 200 watt-hours per kilometer. You can see that there is big difference if you drive over 130 and if you stay below 130. If you drive over 130, that seems like 30% more than if you stay under 130. Yeah, so this is a big difference. And if you stay below 100, then it consumes even less, 170, 180 per kilometer. So this will be our last charging spot, and then we will head to the final destination. This is our last charging stop. It will take 30 minutes to charge to 90%. This charging stop took 33 minutes and it costed 152 crowns. That is the place where if you go far too fast, you can't crash it. The total charging time was 1 hour and 26 minutes. The total charging cost was 460.85 crowns. The total driving time was approximately 5 hours and 10 minutes. The average consumption for this trip calculated in money was 88.98 crowns per 100 kilometers. The total average electricity consumption calculated in money is 58.12 crowns per 100 kilometers. So this was it. We are back home. We did 3 charging stops. The whole trip took 8 hours. But there are stops which were like I could have done quicker. And yeah, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. And give a like for this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.